This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, up to Tuesday now, February the 6th.
That is right. I'm looking forward to Marla's report this morning. I didn't realize that flu season was so long. It goes from October until almost May, they said.
Is that what it is?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. I did not realize it was so long. I'm learning so many new things this morning. We're like, oh, just when you think we're almost through flu season.
That's right. And John, she'll also clarify that you can't get the flu at Walmart. You can be cured of the flu.
And then the flu season starts again in June, I'm told.
Right.
Yay!
The new flu season with the new virus out there. I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm glad everybody here is feeling well this morning. That's the good news. We've got some patchy fog across the region, not nearly as bad as it was 24 hours ago, so that's the good news. Generally speaking, we've got visibilities between 7 and 10 miles across the area, so that's fine. Temperatures are generally a little bit cooler than they were 24 hours ago. 57 degrees in Arcadia, Mayaca. Lakewood Ranch coming in at 58. We've got 57 degrees in Bradenton, 58 degrees in Sarasota. This is about 5 degrees cooler than it was 24 hours ago, thanks to that cooler north wind that brought down some drier air, allowed the nighttime temperatures to fall off a little bit. We will see temperatures today just soar under plenty of sunshine around. We'll get up to near the 80-degree mark today as we head into the afternoon. 60 by 7, 73 by noon, and 78 degrees by 3 p.m. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Checking roads right now. A little blip there east of the interstate on State Road 70 at Lakewood Ranch Boulevard. The eastbound lane showing some congestion there. Otherwise, all clear in Manatee County. The northern half of Sarasota County, we see some congestion way at the very top of your screen there. University Parkway in the eastbound lane around Honore. Careful of that for now. And farther south, all clear at 5:02 on your Tuesday morning.
Well, our top story this morning, as we were talking about, the good news, we are more than halfway through flu season. The bad news, we've still got a few months to go, and the number of serious cases continues to climb.
Our Marla Spence is live at the Walmart on Lockwood Ridge Road. Marla, we can't live in a bubble, so what do health officials say we should do?
Yeah, Ray and Stephanie, they say that you should wipe down services like this. You know, people come to stores like Walmart to pick up groceries and items for their household, but they end up walking out the door with more than what they bargained for, and sometimes it's the flu. Now, health officials say when they go to stores that sometimes there are those sanitizing napkins to just simply wipe down shopping carts or items that you think other people would be using besides yourself, and to remember that in order to kill those flu viruses, you can use something like a hand sanitizer or alcohol if stores don't offer those items. Now, as well as using hand sanitizer, to remember that the flu virus can live on hard surfaces for more than 24 hours, so it's a wise idea to use something like a hand sanitizer. We spoke to an epidemiologist at the Sarasota Health Department, and he says that sometimes using too much hand sanitizers is not too good.
So hand sanitizer is an excellent thing to use. It's just not going to kill everything. So it will kill the flu virus, but there's certain viruses and bacteria that it won't kill. The important thing with using hand sanitizer is you got to leave it on your hands until it dries. So if some people put it on their hands and they're still wet and they wipe them off, it doesn't work.
Now, Ray and Stephanie, like you just heard, sometimes using the hand sanitizer just doesn't work if you're just going to wipe it off after you put it on your hands. So hand washing would be the perfect idea to keep those germs away. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to be giving you some more tips for those looking to head to your grocery store this morning or even head into work, and more on how you can stay safe. Back to you guys.
All right, very good. Thank you, Marla, for tips on avoiding the flu and also breaking news and up-to-the-minute forecast. Check out our new app. Go to the App Store and find us under WWSB or My Suncoast. On to other news now. Should teachers get raises based on merit or seniority? After 5 months of negotiations, the teachers union and the superintendent reached an agreement on salaries for the next 2 years. They agreed to a plan that gives teachers a percentage raise based on their performance evaluations. So teachers who are found to be the most effective will get a 3.25% raise. Teachers who are highly effective get 4.25 increases, and non-instructional get 3.75 increases. A lot of numbers for you at 5:05 on this Tuesday morning.
That's right. Well, it may have seemed like one of the scariest days on Wall Street in years as Dow plunged almost 1,200 points by the closing bell, but it may not be as bad as it sounds.
Yeah, experts say it's just a correction, all part of the usual cycle. We hope. Serena Marshall has the latest from Washington.
It was the single biggest one-day drop in history. Anxious traders as the Dow plummeted 1,500 points before rebounding and ending the day still down more than 1,100 points. But before you go racing to make changes to your 401k, that big drop isn't signaling another great recession.
The stock market has gone too far too fast. It's just appropriate to hit the reset button. If we look at the results from last year, they're way above the normal historic averages.
Those historic highs, wage growth and job gains, a signal for the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates, leading investors to fear a correction. The White House is downplaying the drop as typical market seesaw.
Today's sell-off represents the ebb and flow of our stock markets.
Noticeably silent on the decline, however, the president, who often takes credit for market gains as indicative of his policies.
I told you the stock market is hitting one all-time record after another.
But even with those drops, one thing to keep in mind, the long term. It's not about trying to time the market.
If you had put $1,000 into the market 1 year ago, you would have made, as of today, $200 on top of that. That money would be safe as of today, even in spite of today's losses.
It's likely today will bring another rocky opening with the Dow futures way down. But analysts say before acting to take a deep breath and remember the drop was expected given those record highs. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
And as Serena just mentioned, it was a nerve-wracking day for investors yesterday. Now, when all was said and done, it finished almost 1,200 points and closed with a loss of about 4.5%. Now, this is the second session in a row where the Dow has seen a significant plunge. On Friday, it finished down more than 600 points.
People who are investing for the long term, this is just a blip, and frankly, it might be a great opportunity to be buying some things. Call your financial advisor and discuss it. But in terms of fear, I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think panic is appropriate. And if you have concerns, talk to somebody who's been through it before.
And of course, time will tell if the stock market bounces back today. It reopens at 9:30 this morning. And yesterday's stock market drop was a ripple effect. Overseas, Japanese, South Korean, and Australian stocks also suffered heavy losses yesterday morning. Now, the major Japanese market fell by over 7%, Australia's market fell by 3%, and South Korea's also fell by 3%.
An investigation is now underway after a fatal chain reaction crash in Missouri involving 100 cars. A snowy road was shut down for hours due to the accidents on Sunday night. A local fire department's drone captured this video of the gridlock that followed. Emergency crews worked through the night and had all lanes open by morning. One woman was killed. Several drivers were injured in a different pileup on another part of the same highway. In the wake of Hurricane Maria, a Puerto Rican family has a new life in Wichita, Kansas. They lost everything during the hurricane, but with the help of their son's new elementary school teacher, they're slowly getting their lives back together. The teacher and the teacher's husband were in the market to get a new car, but instead of giving their old one away, they gave it to the Puerto Rican family instead.
We kind of just decided that this car was meant to be a gift to this family who was in desperate need.
Very nice. And the family that got the car couldn't be more grateful. They said the one word they can use right now is blessed.
I like that. We need more of that in the world.
Yeah, very nice
more
gesture.
Goodwill. There's been a lot of those stories, though. There were a couple families. I know when Harvey hit Texas, there were families that donated a lot of things to some of their homes and apartments and vacation homes to some of the people that were without there too. So it's nice to see that giving back.
Love hearing those stories.
Yes, we do.
Still ahead, first alert weather and traffic.
And up next, we found Bubbles. That is right. Michael Jackson's chimp is all grown up and living out his retirement here in South Florida. Meet him and find out what one human pastime he still loves when we come back.
Watching Good Morning Suncoast? No? In consumer news, we'll show you how your bedtime habits may affect your wallet. This is a shot of the early voting location, one of 3 in Sarasota County. This is all part of the special state house race. February 13th is the actual voting day, but all this week, early voting for 3 candidates to replace Alex Miller in State House District Race 72 in Tallahassee. More news on the way.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
It's a very pleasant morning out on the Suncoast. We have a little bit of cloud cover out there. Yes, we also have some, at times, starry skies. 58 degrees the air temperature, dew point coming in at 56, pretty close to one another. Temperature and dew point. That means that the air is coming on saturation in places, and we are looking at some patchy fog across the region. Mostly it's occurring in inland areas. East wind coming in at about 10. It'll be a warm and dry day today. Plenty of sunshine around during the afternoon hours. 62 the air temperature by 7 a.m. As we head into the noontime hour at about 69 degrees. Don't forget at 1:30, take a look over toward the other coast. Maybe you get a look at that Falcon Heavy rocket launching from Kennedy Space Center. Could be good weather for viewing that, even from here. 74 degrees by 3 p.m. And then as we get into 7 o'clock this evening, it should be nice with partly cloudy skies. Again, like yesterday, the clouds reflecting the beautiful setting sun, making for a lovely sunset. Temperature then about 67 degrees. Hour by hour through the day, temperatures climbing into the upper 70s by 12 noon, in some places cracking the 80-degree mark as we head into the afternoon. It is going to be an abnormally warm day today, well above average for this time of year. And sky cover, about 30% of the sky will be cloudy, maybe 40%. We'll call it partly sunny skies this afternoon. And the winds will generally along the coastline be out of the west with a gentle sea breeze building. Inland, we'll probably have that east wind continuing. Not much in the way of a rain chance today. If we do get any rain over the next several days, it'll most likely be in inland areas and only isolated and light rain at that. By tomorrow morning, we'll watch again for the potential of some patchy fog, but it shouldn't be a widespread issue. Temperatures dropping off into the mid-60s, a little bit warmer than it is this morning. You can see the cloud cover kind of streaming across the state. Again, we have a fairly active southern branch jet stream, and it's producing a little bit of this cloud cover that's moving on by. None of it rain producing, and we do have some holes in those clouds, so there'll be plenty of sunshine around today as well as the clouds. Across the nation, we do have a couple of hot spots Northern Gulf waters, that's one location. Also some snow showers and lake effect snows in upstate New York with a little clipper system there. Mountain snows back to the west. We have the tail end of the front that came through yesterday, lifting north as a warm front and kind of washing away as it does that. Another area of low pressure advancing through the deep south will trigger off showers and even some thunderstorms as we head into tomorrow toward the Atlanta area. Otherwise, we don't have much in the way of a rain chance. Afternoon warm temperatures, only isolated showers, and then some patchy fog. Forecast looking like this. Southeast wind coming in at about 10, shifting to the east at about 10. 2-foot seas, light chop. And the forecast looks pretty good over the next several days. Daytime high today warm, and over the next several days the same thing. Only isolated shower chances mostly in inland areas. Another front comes through on Sunday with slightly better rain chances. We'll put it up to about 30% then. That could linger into Monday morning. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic out there this morning. So far, the roads are running pretty smooth. Just a little bit of a slowdown on State Road 64 right before the 75 interchange. But other than that, Manatee County is looking pretty good this morning. In North Sarasota County, the roads are looking pretty good there as well. We don't have any of those typical slowdowns yet. Just a little bit of congestion starting on Bee Ridge Road and on Clark as well. And then in South Sarasota County, nothing to see there as well. The roads are looking pretty good, pretty smooth driving so far at 5:19 this morning.
Michael Jackson, remember him? Yeah, he had a wide range of animals on his Neverland Ranch in California.
All right, but there was none as famous as Bubbles the chimp. Would you agree?
Yes, I will.
So imagine our surprise when we found Bubbles living out his retirement right here on the Suncoast, a much calmer life outside of the spotlight.
He first burst onto the scene back in the 80s. Bubbles the chimp was the famous friend of pop star Michael Jackson, following him on tour around the world and living with him full-time at Jackson's Neverland Ranch.
Oh, here's Bubbles. Hi. There you go. Can I have the seat?
9 years after Jackson's death and almost 30 years after the King of Pop gave him up, Bubbles is now 34 years old and living out his retirement here at the Center for Great Apes Sanctuary in Wauchula.
When they're used in entertainment and are even kept as pets in private situations, everybody loves them, they're adorable, but we know now it very often ruins their life because they think they're humans, they get pulled from their own mothers when they're tiny to be able to be trained for these situations, and they get so strong at age 5 or 6, 7, even 3 and 4, they are stronger than a human child. That they can't safely be worked around people in entertainment or be in someone's home as a pet.
These days, instead of 5-star gourmet meals, it's chimp chow for Bubbles, along with a diet of fresh fruits and veggies. Instead of mingling with celebrities, he hangs with his chimp friends like Coda and Ripley. But he does still have one unique human hobby: painting.
That is right, and not only does he paint, they've actually sold some of his artwork to a Miami at a Miami gallery, with the proceeds going back to the Center for Great Apes. So it's been a good.
No idea. Another retiree in Florida.
Isn't that amazing? And there's so many from showbiz there. But the funny part of this is, as I was putting this together, there was a piece of video that I couldn't use because it was a little bit too washed out. But I just happened to watch the video, and I may have seen the best chimp photo bomb. So let's go. So here is this girl, this random girl right here.
I recognize her, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Look at over. Oh, hey girl, hey, I want to be in your shot. Look at this guy come over.
This guy.
Sit down right behind me.
Yeah, watching.
And stay in the shot. And then when I walk away, he's like, well, where are you going? I mean, he is full on right in my shot.
Well, you have a lot of fans. You've got a lot of fans.
He's like, where did she go?
No doubt.
I did. I can't believe I never saw that. And I was going through the video. I was like, I have to
I said, use it.
Yeah.
So that was Bubbles. He had a sequin glove on when you walked up.
He does. Yeah, he only wears it on days ending in X and R. So, yeah, but no red leather coat. It's very calm out there. And the interesting thing, he hates cameras. Exposed to so much of it in his early life, he does not like cameras. He doesn't like having pictures taken.
Like his best friend, Michael Jackson.
Right? Just saying.
Just saying.
Yes.
So you didn't need to ask for ID then? It was
No, it was Bubbles.
Definitely.
It
All right.
was Bubbles.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, it's the most powerful rocket in history, and it's safe to take off with later on today. Just why the SpaceX launch has all the buzz behind it.
That's right, and find out why these boys are wrestling in the dark in this new viral video. We'll have it for you. Stick around. We've got those stories and much more when we come back.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile?
Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the two newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Well, we like to show you various things going on across the country, around the world. This is going on right now in Jackson Hole. The Special Olympics start this week. More than 350 athletes and coaches from around the state are arriving this week. Athletes will compete in alpine skiing, snowboarding, cross-country skiing, and snow sledding. This is in Jackson Hole, a pretty shot. Lots of folks go out there and vacation. Not a bad place to be. Hey, we love getting your pictures and your videos. We got pictures now stacking up, some great sunrise and sunset shots, also kids' birthdays. So send them our way. Eventually we'll get them on for you. There's our respective Facebook pages. We're also on Instagram as well, so send them our way. It's your show too. Good morning, Suncoast. Stephanie?
All right, thanks, Ray. Well, finding the lowest airfare isn't always easy, but there is a brand new tool from Google that actually may help you. Google Flights is now going to give you specifics about the features that come with basic economy fares on American, Delta, and United flights, so you can compare apples to apples, or, you know, flights to flights. Another cool new feature for while you're traveling, Google Flights now uses artificial intelligence and data to spot flight delays even faster than airlines can report them to you. All right, checking your phones in bed before you go to sleep at night could cause you sleep. We've heard this before, but could it also cost you money? Yes, actually it could. Doctors have found the artificial blue light emitted by your phone throws off your body's circadian rhythm, or your internal clock. Now that means you're going to have a harder time falling asleep and staying asleep. Now other research has shown the strongest indicator of a poor night's sleep, we're all guilty of this, using social media 30 minutes before bed, or, you know, 2 like me. And research shows we tend to make quicker and riskier decisions with our jobs and our money when we're tired. And you might even regret that tweet or that Facebook post the very next morning as well. Well, you may have heard all about 5G. It is a new cellular network that's in the works, and it could make your phone faster. But researchers are looking at some new ways to use that technology, and it may change the way you live. Mary Maloney has a look in today's Consumer Watch.
5G is going to be a big deal. The next generation wireless technology is lightning quick, making your phone 10 times faster than 4G, according to industry expectations. But what else is possible? That's what researchers want to find out. Ericsson teamed up with King's College London to look at new ways to use 5G. Think remote surgery with virtual reality gloves, paving the way for doctors to operate on a patient on the other side of the world via a robot. or digitizing a piano player's hands to help teach people how to play remotely. It may even power self-driving cars and smart cities. Right now, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint are developing and testing 5G network technology. The faster connection may come in the not-so-distant future. The wireless industry expects 5G networks to launch in 2020. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
So what would you 3D print if you could print something?
Oh, maybe a version of like Dwayne, not the Rock Johnson. I'm going to 3D print a boyfriend. How about that?
I thought you said that during the story.
I might have mumbled that.
All right, go ahead.
All right, well, it is just the world's most powerful rocket, and it is launching today.
ABC's Candace Gibson and Diane Macedo have the story in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bite, SpaceX is cranking up the power.
Its Falcon Heavy rocket is set for its first test launch today. Eventually, it's meant to send spacecraft to the moon, Mars, and beyond. A Tesla Roadster, a car owned by SpaceX boss Elon Musk, will be the rocket's cargo.
And someone in Florida is selling a gently used SpaceX rocket on Craigslist. The price for the orbital launch vehicle? $9.9 million, or best offer.
$1 then. Something to keep in mind, the seller says you have to bring your own tugboat to pick it up.
Ah, shucks. And when the lights went out at a high school wrestling tournament in St. George, Utah, the cell phones came out.
Yeah, the spectators turned on their flashlights so the final matches could be played. You might say the fans actually shed new light on the wrestlers.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Transamerica Life Insurance.
With the right guidance, this is saving for retirement. This is saving for your son's college. And this is saving for your daughter's wedding. This, well, this is just scary. Feeling it. Show your clients the power of combining wealth and health. Be a part of what's next at transamerica.com.
On Wish I got a rug, I got a throw. On Wish I got these emoji pillows.
And I got some decor that puts on a show.
On Wish I got a clock,
I got some blinds.
On Wish I got this handy kitchen find.
And I got some pink flamingos to hold my wine.
Oh, my heart just sings. On Wish there's amazing things.
Get factory direct deals on amazing things on Wish. Download the Wish app and save.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, Call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest on that viral Facebook video depicting child pornography, where police think the suspect behind that video may be hiding.
I'm live at Walmart on Lockwood Ridge in Sarasota, just one public place where people walk in for groceries but end up walking out with the flu virus. We're telling you how you can stay safe.
And Larry Nassar's prison sentence may be just the beginning, why the investigation is likely to continue for years to come. Those stories and additional stories right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It is 5:30 on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us. We hope everybody is back and recovered after the big Super Bowl weekend.
I heard the game had the lowest ratings since 2009.
It did, but This Is Us had the highest post Super Bowl viewing in the last 6 years.
And This Is Us incorporated shots of the Super Bowl in its show.
You were saying that, like this year's Super Bowl, somebody had to wait until while the game was going on and grab those shots and put it in.
They finished editing that show 2 hours before it actually aired, which is unusual.
That is.
Yeah. Anyway, enough inside baseball right now. Inside football. Let's go to John Scalzi to sort things out for us. Good morning, John.
Good morning. No spoiler alerts if you guys have seen the episode.
Oh, we have. We're going to tell you during commercial break.
No. It's only fair.
No. We're looking forward to that this afternoon, I think, watching that show.
Yeah.
We have some patchy fog across the region, but it is really just patchy. Taking a look at the Cortez Bridge webcam, which yesterday, if you recall, was completely socked in. Not too bad this morning. You know, we've got visibilities out there at about 10 miles. Some locations is down as low as 6, but still, that's not too bad compared to where we were 24 hours ago. There are no dense fog advisories up. You can see how patchy the fog is. Generally speaking, visibilities are good, but we continue to monitor for the potential of some patchy fog developing, particularly in inland areas. Temperatures across the region generally a little cooler than they were 24 hours ago, in the upper 50s, and that represents about a 4 or 5 degree difference in temperatures over the last 24 hours. A little colder this morning. We've got some cloud cover kind of moving across the state right now, so periods of cloudy skies followed by periods of partly cloudy skies. I think as we head into the afternoon, it will be partly sunny to mostly sunny, and our temperatures will respond accordingly. 60 degrees by 7 o'clock this morning with a little bit more cloud cover around by 12 noon, 73. If you're going to watch the Falcon Heavy rocket lift off at 1:30, should be pretty good viewing for that, about a 30% sky cover. And then by 3 p.m., 78. We'll have that complete forecast for you coming up in just a few.
Very good. Thank you, John. Checking roads right now. Nothing much to speak of so far. In Manatee County, all clear. Let's go farther south now to the northern half of Sarasota County. You can see Clark Road, some issues there in the westbound lane, not exactly in the red, but in the caution zone, so be aware of that. Also, Bee Ridge, some issues there. South County is all clear at 5:34 on this Tuesday morning.
Our top story, we still have a few more months left of flu season, unfortunately, and it shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, just the opposite.
Our Marla Spence is on the flu patrol today. She's live at the Walmart on Lockwood Ridge with more on this story. Marla?
Yeah, Ray and Stephanie, like you all said, the flu, it shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, many people who tend to come to public places like a Walmart walk in with carts that are used by so many people. They touch items like this and they walk right out with the flu virus. Now, we spoke to an epidemiologist with the Sarasota Health Department, and he tells us public places are filled with germs and can be the #1 place to pick up the flu virus.
I
think it would be safe to assume that any place you go, like a grocery store or a gym, there's going to be germs on those surfaces, whether or not they're bacteria or viruses that can make us ill. Any given time, there's a lot of different things on hard surfaces and even soft surfaces that can make us ill, and a lot of things that won't make us ill. It's just safe to assume there's something there.
The flu virus can live on surfaces for more than 24 hours. If you can't get to hand sanitizer or even one of those sanitizing wet wipes to wipe down items that not only you are touching but so are others, you can easily just don't touch your face or your mouth at all. Head to your nearest bathroom to wash those hands and to remember that the flu cases in Sarasota alone continue to rise. As of the number of flu cases and the number of people hospitalized this year, it's 3 times as much as last year. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now return your cart back to the cart bin, please.
Right? And wash your hands.
That's true.
Yes, always.
For the latest on this story, breaking news, plus your up-to-the-minute forecast, check out our new app under WWSB or My Suncoast.
Well, a man is behind bars after firing a gun into the air last week, putting nearby schools on lockdown. Aaron Wayne Kitts is arrested and charged with unlawful discharge of a weapon. He's also now facing a felony charge of resisting an officer with violence. No one was hurt in that incident. Well, new developments this morning in that viral sexual assault video that's being passed around through Facebook. Police in Alabama have arrested one man who they say shared the pornographic video on social media sites. But the man who reportedly made that video is still at large. One of our sister stations in Montgomery is keeping us updated. Reporter Jennifer Horton has the latest details on the manhunt.
Police say the man shown in a viral video sexually assaulting a young girl is from Millbrook, and tonight he's on the run. This is Jermaine Moore. Investigators with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency believe he's a flight risk and needs to be brought into custody immediately. Earlier Monday, WSFA obtained exclusive video of a tactical team serving a search warrant at Moore's house in Millbrook on Magnolia Loop. Investigators combed through the house, waiting hours for Moore to return. After 6 p.m., Moore's wife was taken into custody. Possible charges are pending. Investigators say she's not cooperating with police.
Without her being cooperative and making sure that Jermaine was in custody safely and that all of Alabama's children and children across the United States are safe, then we're definitely going to sit down and talk with her and find out why she has decided not to cooperate.
By 8 p.m., the decision was made to push out the suspect's name and image. A difficult decision, but one they felt was necessary.
He does have ties here in Alabama. He also has ties to Michigan. That's the only places that we're confirmed of right now. But again, now that this has turned into essentially a manhunt to bring him into custody, we're going to leave no stone unturned until we find him, and he is in custody.
Moore was last seen in Elmore County late Monday afternoon.
Other news now, investigations into Dr. Larry Nassar's misconduct might go on for years. The worst sex abuse case in sports history ended yesterday with a 3rd long prison sentence. The sentences now are largely symbolic because Nassar is already assured of the rest of his life behind bars. In all, some 265 women and girls have reported being molested by Nassar. Some of the cases date back 30 years. A woman claiming that people were held hostage inside a Miami restaurant is in police custody this morning. Police initially believed that 12 employees were being held hostages by management for unknown reasons inside that restaurant. The police department's SWAT team made their way inside the restaurant and found that no one was even inside the building. Police said the woman who made the hostage claim Monday is now being detained for questioning.
All right, folks, we may have the award for the dumbest criminal of the week with this next one. A bank robbery near Orlando didn't take long to identify the suspect because he had just given the clerk his ID just a few minutes before. Yeah. According to police reports, Donald Towns went into the bank to open a bank account where you have to give them all of your relevant information, your address, social security number, and your driver's license. Now, when the clerk gave him his ID back, he allegedly slipped her a note that said he had a gun and demanded money. He then pointed a weapon at the clerk and threatened the people inside the bank. Now, he did get away with $1,200, but it did not take long to find him less than an hour later.
You know, I covered a bank robbery 10 years ago in Sarasota, and the guy went for a manicure right afterwards to get the red dye off his hands.
Oh, another one, smart criminal
The
of the
manicure
week.
is called
Yes.
police. There's a guy in here with red dye in his hands. They came
And he
in
just paid me in cash, also covered with the dye. Yeah.
very crisp dollars,
Yeah.
too. All right, 5:40 right now. Turning to the investigation into Russian meddling. There's word this morning that President Trump's lawyers are telling him not to agree to an interview with special counsel Robert Mueller.
That's right. Sources say the lawyers may be pushing for the president to answer questions in writing, even though he's already said that he's willing to talk. ABC's Kenneth Gibson has the latest.
This morning, concerns growing among President Trump's legal team. ABC News has learned the president's lawyers are advising him against sitting down with the special counsel Robert Mueller. Sources say the concern is that the president could contradict himself during a wide range.
All right, little technical difficulty there, but this next story is a good one for anybody that likes fries, French fries.
I'm listening.
All right, because we all know that they're not great for your waistline.
Yep.
But your hairline is a whole different story. Japanese scientists say that they have found a new treatment for hair loss. According to Newsweek, the method uses the same type of silicone used by some fast food restaurants. Now, the silicone is often added to French fries to prevent frothing while they're being cooked. That chemical helped the scientists mass produce hair follicle germs, a key ingredient in hair growth. Preliminary research suggests that the same method could be just as successful when it's used on people.
So I got to rub French fries on my head now?
Yes, that is exactly. Yes, that's exactly what you need to do.
Now get John Scalzi involved in this. He'll do it first.
Yes, we're gonna make that happen.
That would be a great image. Still ahead, the latest in First Alert traffic and weather. And why are people dying from the flu? Yeah, doctors say it's not for the reasons you might think. That story up next in Health Smart.
And this couple got married on a makeshift spider web. Ooh, we have their story right after this.
There is a special election 1 week from today in Sarasota County to elect a new State House representative. Early voting is underway all this week. This gentleman is walking through our frame right now, blowing leaves.
He's cleaning up. He wants to make sure everything's looking good for the election.
You have no reasons to be delayed walking in the building. There's one of 3 locations. That's one of them. We'll have that story and more news on the way on Good Morning Suncoast.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're between 50 and 85 years old, call the number on your screen right now for free information on how to save your family thousands of dollars. We're Family Love Plans, and we've been helping families just like yours for over 30 years. The average funeral today can cost up to $10,000 or more, but the most you'll get from government benefits is just $255. How will your family pay the difference? At Family Love Plans, we can help you and your family. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam and your plan can't be canceled. Better still, your rate will never go up and your benefits will never go down. Get your free information about our senior plans. Just answer a few simple questions and receive approval right over the phone.
Call 1-800-707-3608. That's 1-800-707-3608.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Drive a brand new 2018 Lincoln MKC for $279 per month or the Lincoln MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment. Every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Fact.
The top 3 Marriott hotels in North and South America are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, according to a recent survey of 363 Marriott hotels. The Marriott at Grand National, the Marriott Shoals Hotel, and the Grand Hotel. And 2 of the top 3 Renaissance hotels are also on the trail, Ross Bridge in Birmingham and the Battle House in Mobile. Southern hospitality still rules. For reservations or information, visit rtjgolf.com/resorts.
Join ABC7 at the all-new 2018 edition of Circus Sarasota. Ovation under the big top at Nathan Benderson Park behind the mall at UTC. Friday, February 9th through Sunday, March 4th. All opening weekend tickets are 20% off, courtesy of ABC7. To purchase your discount tickets, visit circusarts.org, the Circus Sarasota box office at the big top, or call 941-355-9805. Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Fantastic sunset pictures coming in from our viewers today from last night's gorgeous, gorgeous sunset. Kathleen sent this in from Venice. We have another one from the Comas. Jack sent this one in. Absolutely beautiful shot of the setting sun. And another gorgeous day shaping up for us this morning. School bus forecast for you for the kids out there. Pickup time this morning, 63 degrees under mostly sunny skies, 77 during drop-off time, an abnormally warm day coming up for you. It should be beautiful by 7 o'clock this morning, 62 as we head into the 12 noon hour, 69 degrees, 3 p.m., 74, and then 67 degrees by about 7 o'clock tonight. If you are going to watch the Falcon Heavy liftoff today, either from our coast or you're traveling over to the other coast, all those parking lots are full, by the way, at the Space Center, so I hope you already have your ticket if you plan on parking there. I suppose you could still park on the causeways, but nevertheless, there'll be a fair amount of cloud cover around. That cloud cover will be departing during the morning hours, and we'll be left with partly sunny afternoon skies. Viewing at 1:30 from Sarasota, just looking up off to the east, looking at 75 degrees, mostly sunny skies, about a 30% cloud cover out there. Heading to the Kennedy Space Center, if you are going to one of those parking lots, you are one of the lucky people that have the tickets, you gotta be there by 11:30. Look for mostly sunny skies, 71 at that point, 74 by the liftoff, and east wind coming in at about 10. At least we have our fingers crossed for a liftoff. The launch window opens at 1:30. We have a lot of rainfall during parts of the Deep South today. Could be some severe weather outbreaks in parts of Texas, Louisiana, back toward Alabama. We'll watch that develop as we progress through the afternoon. Traveling to the New Orleans airport today, there could be airport delays. We are still under the influence of that big high-pressure ridge. Arctic cold through parts of the northern tier, 6 inches of snow in the northeast, and back to the west, in the mountains of Washington, maybe 3 feet of snow with a low-pressure area moving in there. Our high-pressure ridge kind of protects us from any of these systems for today and tomorrow. Now, maybe as we head into Thursday, the tail end of this front will come through here in a very weakened fashion, bringing us a slight chance at an isolated shower or two, but no big deal, really. So warm afternoons for the next several days with temperatures close to the 80-degree mark, well above average, only isolated showers, and then some patchy fog around in the morning. There's the bullseye for severe weather today if you're traveling. Maybe the Dallas-Fort Worth airport might see some delays as well. We have no thunderstorm activity around here, but if you look at the long-range forecast, might get an isolated shower tomorrow in inland areas because of the little sea breeze building, a little bit of moisture, a little bit of daytime heating, but the chances are pretty low. The frontal boundary itself kind of falls apart before making it to us. That's why we're only putting in that 20% chance of a shower. Southeast wind at about 10 today, coming to the east overnight tonight at about 10. Daytime high 78 today. Over the next several days, we stay warm with only isolated shower chances. Best chance of rain this week will come on Sunday with another front approaching. That shower chance lingers into early Monday. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Here is a look at your first alert traffic out there. Let's take a look in Manatee County starting here. No real delays. We're starting to see a little bit of congestion if you're coming into the city, of course. The normal spots, Palmetto and Ellington. Now, if you're headed into North Sarasota County, it is starting to be a little more congested on there as well, especially on Fruitville, near the corner of Fruitville and 41. Right at that intersection, you're starting to see some congestion there, as well as Bee Ridge Road and Clark as well. Now, if you're heading into South County, those roads are looking pretty smooth. Just a little bit of congestion that you're seeing there on 72, but other than that, not much to see out there. 5:49, that is your first alert traffic. Well, in this hour's Health Smart, just how serious has this flu season gotten? The death toll among kids is now up to 53 nationwide because of the flu. That's 16 more than last week.
And while flu is most dangerous for those over 65 or under 5, it can turn deadly really for anybody. Doctors say it's more likely that a complication from the infection will occur if you already have a chronic lung disease because your lungs are already compromised.
Particularly if you have chronic lung disease, that's the classic scenario. Your lungs are already compromised. As if you have chronic heart disease, you're more likely to have a heart attack when you get stressed by something like influenza.
And sepsis is another complication that can lead to death. Now, it occurs when the body overreacts to an infection. While the flu is most dangerous for adults over the age of 65 and children under the age of 5, it can actually turn deadly for anyone. All right, switching gears, a husband and wife in California started their new life together on a high note. Literally. They exchanged their vows standing on a makeshift spider web, this doesn't seem safe, 400 feet above a canyon. Whoa. Kimberly and Ryan travel around the world, and they do like high lining and slack lining, so they decided to make a part of their wedding photos as well.
I've heard a lot of people say, because it's every woman's dream to get married on a spider web. I was like, oh, for me it was.
Yeah.
Like, that was super romantic for me because that was what we love.
Right, it was kind of romantic and original. The couple's goal is to raise exposure for the sport that they love. It's a sport that allows Kimberly to take on her fear of heights as well. That is one way to get over your fear of heights.
Imagine that.
Holy
It's quite a hobby. That'll do it.
Yeah, that will do it for you.
Take one for the team.
Yes.
We'll have the day's top news headlines after this. Stay with us. But first, a live picture of the Rosemary District. February 6th, Tuesday morning, should see a high today of 78 degrees. Gotta love it. Those headlines on the way.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Everyone likes the 2018 Honda Civic for $169 a month. You made Civic a best-selling compact car in America. You'll like Civic's 5-star safety ratings and that KBB.com named Civic a best buy and the most awarded car. Get the 2018 Civic at a payment you'll love. $169 a month today at your local Honda dealer.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess?
You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Here are some of the top stories that we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
A new deal with Sarasota's Teachers Union. The pay raises will be now based on performance or merit, not just seniority.
Plus, it is the most powerful rocket in history. Today at 1:30, the SpaceX Heavy rocket is set to launch from Kennedy Space Center with its 27 engines. The rocket's going to give off a thrust equal to 18 747 jet
Wow, that's a lot.
Just a little power.
All eyes also today on Wall Street after the Dow suffered its worst point decline in history yesterday. Experts call it a typical correction in the wake of concerns about issues like inflation and rising interest rates.
And coming up at 6, the new and improved Westfield Southgate Mall in Sarasota is getting another restaurant. We're going to tell you just why your taste buds are going to be happy about this one.
All right, 5:56 should see a high of 78 degrees today.
Yes, I love all those words you just said.
Oh, thank you.
It's going to be beautiful out there today.
I better stop right there. We'll have more news in 2 minutes.